My dear friend, take a deep breath and let peace fill your heart right now. You've been through battles that no one else truly understands, but I want you to know God sees you. He hasn't forgotten your tears or the quiet prayers whispered in the dark. The faith that's carried you this far is not in vain. This very moment, heaven leans toward you, listening, moving, preparing something far greater than you can imagine. So don't let go. Hold on just a little longer, stirring. In the unseen realm, a divine movement that your eyes can't yet see, but your spirit can feel. Every time you chose faith over fear, heaven took notice. Every time you prayed instead of giving up, God began aligning the pieces of your miracle. You may not see the full picture yet, but the artist is still painting. You've been asking, Lord, when will it happen? And I hear the Spirit say, soon. Not in your timing, but in the perfect moment when everything will make sense. What you've been waiting for is already in motion. The delay is not denial, it's preparation. God is strengthening you so that when the miracle arrives, you'll be ready to carry it with grace. Right now, peace is flowing into your heart like a gentle river. Feel it. God is near. He's not far away in the clouds. He's right beside you, whispering, I'm here, my child. The same God who calms storms with a word is calming the storm inside of you. There's no mistake about your journey. Every detour, every tear, every sleepless night has been shaping your faith. You may not understand why it had to be this hard, but one day you'll look back and see that it was all leading you closer to the promise. God is not done with your story. The chapters of disappointment are not the ending, they're just the middle. What's coming next will make every struggle worth it. You will smile again, not because everything is perfect, but because you'll realize that God has been perfecting everything. Sometimes it feels like heaven is silent, but silence doesn't mean absence. Even when you can't hear Him, God is still speaking through the quiet, through the waiting, through the stillness of your faith. Trust the silence sits holy ground. You've been sowing in tears, but soon you will reap in joy. Every seed of faith you've planted through prayer is growing beneath the surface. The ground may look dry, but underneath, life is breaking through. Lift your eyes, my friend. The dawn is near. The darkness you've been walking through is not permanent, it's giving way to light. The miracle you've been praying for is already on its way, moving closer with every heartbeat. I know you've been tired. You've carried so much for so long, and it feels like your strength is fading. But hear me, God is your strength. You don't have to hold it all together. He's holding you. Lean on Him. Let Him renew you. You're not forgotten. You're not invisible. Heaven knows your name. Angels have been dispatched on your behalf, working behind the scenes, clearing paths you didn't even know were blocked. Faith is not pretending that everything is fine. It's trusting that God is working even when it's not. So keep believing. Keep praying. The same faith that sustained you yesterday will open new doors tomorrow. Right now, I speak peace over your mind. Let every anxious thought be still. God is not the author of confusion. He is the giver of peace. Breathe it in. Feel His presence wrapping around you like a warm embrace. Your miracle doesn't depend on your perfection. It depends on your faith. And your faith, even when it feels small, is powerful. Jesus said faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. That means the mountain in front of you doesn't stand a chance. There's something shifting in your favor. You might not see it yet, but the atmosphere around your life is changing. What once was heavy is becoming light. What was closed is opening. You've waited long enough. The time is coming when what you prayed for will knock on your door. You'll stand amazed and say, "Only God could have done this." And He will smile because He's been waiting for this moment too. Hold on to hope, even when it feels thin. Hope is the bridge between your prayer and your promise. It's what keeps your heart alive while heaven works things out. God's love for you has never wavered. It's constant, deeper than the ocean, stronger than your doubts. Let that love fill every empty space within you right now. You are safe in His hands. You are not at the end. You are standing on the edge of something new. Keep walking, keep trusting, and keep your heart open. The miracle is closer than you think. And as you stand in this sacred moment, something inside you begins to awaken. It's the whisper of destiny calling your name, reminding you that you were never meant to live in defeat. God is positioning you for a divine turnaround. What felt like an ending is actually the beginning of a brand new chapter written by His own hand. You've been walking through a season of testing, but every test has been refining you like gold. The fire wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to reveal your strength. You're emerging purer, stronger, wiser. And though you may have scars, those scars will soon shine as testimonies of God's faithfulness. There's a reason you're hearing these words right now. It's not an accident. It's a divine appointment. Heaven has scheduled this moment to remind you that faith still works. The same God who parted seas and raised the dead is about to move in your life. You've cried long enough. God has collected every tear and turned it into a seed of promise. What you lost in pain, He will restore in power. Every broken piece of your heart is being gathered, reshaped, and made beautiful again. You might feel unseen, but the eyes of the Lord are upon you. He's watching over you, even in the quiet corners of your life. While you were doubting, He was already preparing your breakthrough. You don't need to chase blessings. They're being drawn toward you. In this very moment, faith is rising again. It's not the loud kind that shouts. It's the steady kind that stands. You may feel weary, but your spirit knows this truth. God is not finished. Something extraordinary is being written in the background of your story. Sometimes, before the miracle comes, everything feels like it's falling apart. But that's only because God is clearing away what can't stay where He's taking you. Trust the breaking was leading to blessing. Trust the shaking, it's making room for new beginnings. There's a divine exchange happening. Your weakness for His strength. Your worry for His peace. Your confusion for His direction. God never leaves a soul empty when it reaches for Him. The moment you surrender, He fills you with what you truly need. You've been waiting for doors to open, but God says, "I'm building a new door just for you." What's coming is not recycled favor. It's fresh, tailor-made for your purpose. What others couldn't take from you, God will multiply in your hands. Lift your heart again. Don't look at what's broken. Look at what's being rebuilt. There's divine construction taking place within your life. The foundation is stronger this time because it's built on trust, not fear. God is aligning people and opportunities in ways that will surprise you. He's not only preparing the blessing, He's preparing you to carry it. When it comes, you'll realize why the wait was necessary. It made you ready. The pain that once felt unbearable will soon become proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you. You'll carry peace where there once was panic. You'll walk with authority in places where you once trembled. Listen, God is speaking softly now. You are my child, he says. I have not abandoned you. I am turning your mourning into dancing, your tears into laughter, your fear into faith. Let those words sink deep into your spirit. Every disappointment is losing its power right now. What once held you captive is being released. The chains are falling not with noise, but with grace. Freedom is coming quietly, gently, and permanently. You don't need to understand everything to trust God. Understanding follows obedience, and as you keep believing, step by step, light will guide your path until you see the miracle standing right in front of you. The ground beneath you is holy. The space you're in, even in your waiting, is sacred, because wherever there's faith, God is present. And where God is present, miracles begin to bloom. You've prayed, and heaven has heard. You've hoped, and heaven has moved. Even now, there's an angel on assignment carrying your answer. And soon, you'll see the evidence of what you've been believing for. Let go of fear. It has no place in the life of someone chosen by God. Replace it with expectation, because miracles grow best in hearts that still dare to believe, even after the storm. So, keep your heart open, beloved. The story isn't over, it's unfolding. You're standing in the middle of God's plan, and something beautiful is being written through your faith right now. There's a stirring in the air around you, a gentle shift you can't quite explain, but your spirit feels it. The atmosphere is changing because heaven is closer than it was yesterday. What once seemed distant is now drawing near. You can almost sense the sound of breakthrough approaching. Stay still, stay ready. Something sacred is unfolding. You may not realize it, but your prayers have reached places you've never seen. They've traveled beyond time and circumstance, landing right at the throne of grace. Even when your words trembled, God understood the language of your tears. Every whisper has become a key, unlocking the doors of your future. The season of silence was not punishment, was preparation. God was teaching you to hear his voice, not in the noise, but in the quiet. He was training your heart to trust when there was no evidence. Now that your faith has matured, he's about to reveal what he's been building in secret. You've asked for signs, and though they seemed hidden, they've been there all along, small, subtle, sacred moments that pointed to his faithfulness. The sunrise after the longest night, the peace after the breakdown, the strength to keep going when you thought you couldn't. That was him, always him. God has been protecting you from things you didn't even know were dangerous. The doors that didn't open were not rejection, they were redirection. He saw what was ahead and kept you safe from what would have broken you. One day soon, you'll thank him for every no that led to a better yes. Even now, his spirit is breathing new life into the dreams you thought were dead. Those visions you buried under disappointment are being resurrected. What once felt impossible will soon feel inevitable because God is stepping into your situation. There's a weight lifting off your shoulders right now. The burdens you've carried are being replaced with divine rest. You don't have to strive anymore. Grace is doing the heavy lifting. You just have to believe and let him guide each step. You've been walking by faith, but now you'll begin to see by faith. The invisible will start to take form. The words you spoke in prayer will become reality before your eyes. You'll realize that faith never fails. It only grows stronger in the waiting. Somewhere deep within, courage is waking up again. That part of you that once believed without hesitation is returning. You're remembering that you serve a God who never runs out of miracles. What he did before, he can do again, even greater this time. Every closed chapter has led you to the one that's opening now. The old pages of pain are turning, revealing lines of promise and grace. Don't resist the change. It's the sound of new beginnings. God writes better stories than we do, and yours is about to take a beautiful turn. You are being elevated quietly. Not everyone will see it yet, but they'll notice the glow of peace around you. God is promoting you in private before he presents you in public. The same hands that molded you in hidden places are about to place you where you belong. Every time you doubted yourself, God whispered, "You are chosen." Every time you felt small, he said, "You are mine." You've never been ordinary. You were marked for purpose long before you even knew your own name. There's a wind of change blowing through your life right now. It's gentle but powerful, clearing away the dust of the past. Don't fear the movement takes God making space for what's coming. What's ahead will fit perfectly because it's been shaped by his hands. Peace is beginning to cover you like a blanket. Not the fragile peace the world gives, but the deep, unshakable calm that comes from knowing who walks beside you. No matter what tomorrow holds, you'll be ready because God is already there. The very thing that once made you weep will soon make you worship. The pain that pushed you to your knees has become the soil where your faith took root. And from that soil, something extraordinary is growing, hope, stronger than before. He's not only restoring what you lost, he's multiplying it. Every opportunity, every connection, every blessing is being arranged with precision. Nothing will arrive early or late. It will come exactly when your heart is ready to receive it fully. You may not notice it yet, but joy is returning to your spirit. It's gentle, like sunlight after rain. It begins with gratitude, thanking God for what he's done, what he's doing, and what's still on the way. That gratitude will open doors no man can close. Your prayers are forming bridges between where you are and where you're meant to be. Keep praying, not because God forgets, but because prayer keeps your heart aligned with his. Each word spoken in faith becomes a stepping stone toward your promise. So stay right here in this sacred expectation. Don't rush what's still being written. The author of your story is not done with the next line, and if you listen closely, you can almost hear heaven turning the page. Thank you, my dear friend, for taking this sacred moment to pray with me. I know that if you've listened this far, it's because God is speaking directly to your heart. His presence is here, wrapping you in peace, reminding you that you are not alone. Before you go, I want to ask something special from you. Please, confirm that this prayer reached you by commenting right below this video the phrase, "Who you want me to pray for, and why." Let's lift one another in faith, because there is power when we pray together. And if this message touched your heart, I invite you to become part of our family of faith. Subscribe to our channel, activate the notification bell, and leave your like. It helps this message of hope reach more souls in need of God's light. May your heart be filled with peace, your faith renewed, and your spirit lifted higher. Remember, you are loved, chosen, and seen by God. Your miracle is closer than you think.